Hi, I'm Lottie. I never thought I'd be telling this story, but sometimes life has a way of forcing your hand. I was sitting at the kitchen counter, scrolling through my phone when my younger sister Mia bounded in with an oversized beach hat. Can you believe we leave tomorrow? 2 whole weeks in the Bahamas? Mia twirled, her excitement palpable. Mom said I could get new swimsuits when we land. I looked up, confused. What are you talking about? What trip? The family vacation, silly. Mia rolled her eyes. Don't tell me you forgot. Mom's been planning it for months. My stomach dropped. Nobody told me about any vacation. Oh. Mia's smile faltered. I thought maybe it was supposed to be a surprise? I found my mother in her bedroom, meticulously folding clothes into a large suitcase. 3 other suitcases stood packed by the door. Mom, what's going on? Mia's talking about some family vacation tomorrow? She barely glanced up. Yes, we're heading to the Bahamas. Your father finally got that promotion, so we're celebrating. Why am I just hearing about this now? I gripped the doorframe tighter. I didn't even know to pack. Mom sighed, setting down a folded blouse. Charlotte, you're not coming. What? Why not? You're 22. You have your own apartment. You don't live here anymore. But I come home all the time. And you said last Christmas that our next vacation would include everyone. Mom's expression hardened. You said the family vacation was for everyone, I told my mom. It is just not you, she smirked. Her words hit like a physical blow. I stepped back, tears threatening. But why? Is this because of the argument we had about my job? I thought we moved past that. This isn't a discussion, Charlotte. It's decided. Your father agrees with me. Does he know you're excluding me specifically? Or did you just tell him I couldn't make it? Her silence was answer enough. I stormed downstairs to find my father in his study, engrossed in paperwork. Dad, did you know Mom's not letting me come on the family vacation? He looked up, confusion crossing his face. What? No, she told me you couldn't get time off work. That's a lie. I just found out about it 5 minutes ago. Dad's expression darkened. Elaine, he called out. My younger brother, Aiden, appeared in the doorway. What's happening? I heard shouting. Nothing, Dad said quickly. Just a misunderstanding about the trip. Oh, the Bahamas thing? Aiden leaned against the doorframe. I thought it was weird Lottie wasn't coming. Mom said you were too busy with your real life now. Dad's face flushed with anger. That's not... It's fine, I cut in, even though it wasn't. I need to get some air. I drove straight to my best friend Zoe's apartment, barely keeping it together. She specifically excluded me, I explained, pacing Zoe's living room. Like I'm not even part of the family anymore. Zoe's eyes narrowed. That's cruel, even for your mom. And your dad just went along with it? He claims he didn't know. But either way, they're all leaving tomorrow for 2 weeks in paradise while I'm just... forgotten. What are you going to do? Zoe asked, her expression serious. I stared out the window. I don't know, but I'm done letting her treat me like this. There has to be a way to make her face consequences for once in her life. Whatever you decide, Zoe said firmly. I've got your back. Nobody deserves to be treated like that, especially by their own mother. Dad called early the next morning, his voice tense. Lottie, I tried talking to your mother. She's not budging. Says it's too late to change the tickets anyway. So you're still going? The betrayal stung all over again. He hesitated. I don't know what to do here, sweetheart. Mia and Aiden have been looking forward to this trip for months. Right. My voice went cold. Wouldn't want to disappoint the kids that actually matter. That's not fair, Lottie. Isn't it? She's been doing this for years, Dad. Excluding me, treating me differently. And you've never once stood up for me. His silence spoke volumes. Enjoy your vacation, I said, and hung up. I called my grandmother Helen that afternoon. Mom's mother had always seen through her daughter's behavior. She did what? Grandma Helen's voice crackled with indignation. Oh, Lottie, I'm so sorry. It's just, Why does she hate me so much, Grandma? She doesn't hate you, dear. She resents you, which is worse in many ways. Resents me? For what? Grandma Helen sighed heavily. I probably should have told you this years ago. Your mother never wanted children. Your father did. When she got pregnant with you, she felt trapped. But she had 2 more kids after me. By then, she'd settled into motherhood, but you were the one who changed her life. In her mind, you took away her freedom. I gripped the phone tighter. That's not fair. I didn't ask to be born. Of course not, dear. It's completely irrational. But that's the truth of it. I met my Uncle James for coffee the next day. As Mom's brother, he'd witnessed her behavior for decades. Your grandmother told you, huh? He stirred his coffee thoughtfully. I'm not surprised Elaine finally went this far. She's always held you to a different standard. But why hasn't anyone called her out on it? Oh, we have. I certainly have. But Elaine is remarkably skilled at making herself the victim. He leaned forward. There's something else you should know. That promotion your dad got? It came with a substantial bonus, around $50,000. My eyes widened. And they're spending it all on this vacation? Not all, Uncle James said. But a good chunk. Here's the thing, Lottie. Your name is on your parents' joint account. What? No, it isn't. Yes, it is. They added you when you were in college so you could withdraw emergency money if needed. Never removed you. How do you know this? I helped your dad set it up. I'm his financial advisor, remember? A plan began forming in my mind. So technically it's my money too? Technically, yes. Uncle James raised an eyebrow. What are you thinking? I'm thinking it's time Mom learned actions have consequences. Later that evening, I met with my cousin Rachel, a paralegal at a prestigious law firm. Is it legal? I asked after explaining my plan. Technically, yes, Rachel said, tapping her fingernails against her coffee cup. Your name is on the account, but Lottie, this is serious. Are you sure you want to go through with it? You didn't hear what she said to me, Rachel. The way she smirked. My voice hardened. She's never faced consequences for how she treats me. It's time she did. Rachel nodded slowly. If you're sure, I'll help you draw up the paperwork. Just remember, once this is done, there's no going back. I don't want to go back, I said firmly. I want to go forward, without her toxicity in my life. 3 days into their vacation, I walked into the bank with all my documentation. Rachel had helped me prepare everything meticulously. I'd like to speak with a manager about a joint account, I told the teller. The manager, Mrs. Daniels, reviewed my ID and the account information. Yes, Miss Peterson, you're listed as a joint account holder. What can I help you with today? I'd like to withdraw funds and close my connection to this account. She nodded professionally. That's certainly your right. How much would you like to withdraw? $25,000? Mrs. Daniels maintained her composure. That's a substantial amount. Do you have a specific reason for this withdrawal? Family emergency, I replied, keeping my voice steady. My portion of shared family funds. After verifying my identity and having me sign several forms, Mrs. Daniels processed the transaction. The funds will be transferred to your personal account immediately. Is there anything else you need today? Yes, I'd like to leave a note for the other account holders. My phone rang less than 2 hours later. Mom's name flashed on the screen. What have you done? She screamed, not bothering with a greeting. Hello to you too, Mom. Enjoying your vacation? The bank just called us. $25,000, Charlotte? Have you lost your mind? No, I've just finally found my backbone, I replied calmly. Consider it my share of the family vacation fund. That money isn't yours. We're calling the police. Go ahead. My name is on the account. I have every legal right to those funds. This is theft. Is it? Uncle James says differently. So does my lawyer. Dad's voice came on the line. Lottie, please. This isn't like you. Maybe the old Lottie, Dad. The one who let herself be treated like a second-class family member. That Lottie's gone. What do you want? Mom demanded, back on the phone. Nothing from you. Not anymore. I'm done being the unwanted daughter. The money is already being put to good use. What's that supposed to mean? You'll see when you get home. Enjoy the rest of your vacation. I know I will. I hung up as Zoe walked in with takeout. Was that them? She asked, setting the food down. I nodded. Phase 1 complete. How did they take it? About as well as you'd expect. Mom threatened to call the police. Can she do that? No. Rachel confirmed I'm within my legal rights. My phone buzzed with texts from Aiden and Mia, asking what was happening. I responded with a simple message. Ask Mom why I wasn't invited, then we'll talk. Aiden called immediately. Mom's having a complete meltdown. Dad's trying to book earlier flights home. Good. Lottie, what the hell is going on? Mom excluded me from the family vacation and smirked about it to my face. I'm just returning the favor. By taking their money? My money too, according to the account agreement. Don't worry, I left plenty for your precious vacation. Aiden's voice softened. I didn't know she told you that. That's messed up. Yeah, well, welcome to my entire life. What are you going to do with the money? I smiled. You'll see. My parents returned 4 days later, cutting their vacation short. I was waiting for them at their house, sitting calmly in the living room when they burst through the door. Where is it? Mom demanded, dropping her bags. Hello to you too. Have a nice trip? Dad looked exhausted. Lottie, please, just tell us what you did with the money. I invested it, in myself and others. What does that mean? Mom snapped. It means I've established the Charlotte Peterson Foundation for first-generation college students. The first recipient is Zoe's younger brother, who couldn't afford his tuition this semester. Mom's face contorted with rage. You had no right. I had every right, I cut her off. And I've done more. I've removed myself from your account and formally documented the emotional abuse I've endured for years. Abuse? Don't be ridiculous. I pulled out a folder. These are statements from Grandma Helen, Uncle James, 3 of my therapists, and several family friends, all detailing your pattern of differential treatment toward me. Dad paled. Lottie, what are you doing? Setting boundaries. If either of you contact me again without a formal written apology acknowledging the harm done, these statements go to every family member, friend, and your employers. That's blackmail, Mom sputtered. No, it's consequences, something you've avoided your entire life. Aiden and Mia walked in, having just been dropped off by our aunt. Is it true? Mia asked, her eyes wide. Did you really tell Lottie she wasn't family? Mom stammered. I never said, yes, you did, I interrupted. And it was just the culmination of years of similar behavior. Lottie, Dad pleaded, can't we discuss this privately? No, I'm done hiding your dysfunction. Either Mom admits what she did and apologizes, or I walk away for good, with everyone knowing exactly why. Mom's face hardened. This is ridiculous. I've given you everything. Except acceptance? Or love? Or basic respect? Please, she finally said, her voice breaking. I'm sorry if you felt excluded. Not if I felt excluded. You deliberately excluded me and smirked about it. Take responsibility for once. She stared at me, then looked around at the rest of the family watching. Fine. I was wrong. I apologize. Now can we move past this? No, I said simply. Your apology isn't genuine. And even if it was, some things can't be forgiven. I stood up. The foundation paperwork is legally binding. The money's gone, and so am I. You can't just walk away from this family, Mom shouted. I'm not walking away from family. I'm walking away from you. I turned to Dad, Aiden, and Mia. I'll be in touch with the 3 of you separately. If you want a relationship with me, it will be without her involvement. The months that followed were challenging but transformative. Dad started meeting me for lunch every Tuesday, away from Mom's influence. Our conversations were awkward at first, filled with painful silences and unspoken guilt. I should have protected you, he admitted during our 3rd lunch. I knew something was wrong, but it was easier to look the other way. Why did you stay with her? I asked, the question I'd been holding back for years. Dad stared into his coffee. Fear, mostly. Fear of being alone. Fear of breaking up the family. But the family was already broken, Dad. I know that now, he whispered. I'm trying to make it right. Mia visited my apartment every weekend, bringing homework and teenage drama. She'd begun standing up to Mom in ways I never could at her age. She tried to throw away the birthday card you sent me, Mia told me one Saturday, sprawled across my couch. I told her if she ever did that again, I'd move in with you. You're always welcome here, I said, meaning it. Aiden took longer to come around, caught between loyalty to our parents and his growing awareness of Mom's behavior. She's started therapy, he mentioned during a rare phone call. Dad made it a condition of staying together. Good for him, I replied, not letting myself hope. But I'm not coming back, Aiden. That door is closed. I know, he said softly. I think maybe it needed to be. 6 months later, I sat with Zoe in my new apartment, far from my childhood home. Any regrets? She asked, pouring us both wine. I thought about Dad's weekly calls, Aiden and Mia's visits, and the 3 students now attending college through my foundation. Not a single one, I replied. For the first time in my life, I feel free. Zoe raised her glass. To consequences. To consequences, I echoed. And to new beginnings. Have you ever had to cut someone toxic out of your life? Have you ever had to cut someone toxic out of your life? What did it take for you to finally stand up for yourself? Sometimes the hardest part of healing is accepting that some people will never acknowledge the harm they've caused. But that doesn't mean you can't move forward without them.